Alrighty. Hey, babe.
Audio sounds good to me.
Okay, great.
One,
All right. So I just sent out a text message. Hey, everybody who may be listening on Facebook, YouTube, all of that good jazz. We are live right now. Give me 1 second. So I just sent out a text message. I need to get my recording going just in case this doesn't go as planned.
your audio sounds good.
It sounds good. Okay, great. Okay, give me 1 second. Boom. Boom. Okay. Hey. All right, here we go.
Great audience this morning.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah,
So,
hey love.
yeah, we about to have a good time. So, I haven't been on Clubhouse in a long, long time, but you know how we do. We about to get in here and have a good time. So, we just sent out a text message to everyone that's on our text message list. So, if you are a person who wants to be notified when we go live, the best thing for you to do is to join our text mobile club. Okay. The best thing for you to do is to join our text mobile club. And you could do that by clicking the link in my bio on Instagram or heading over to itswinningseason.com. Okay. If you are not on our text message list, you can head over to itswinningseason.com or you can click the link in my bio on Instagram. Also, for everyone who's tuning in on YouTube and Facebook, what's up? So the way that I'm doing this right now, just so you all can kind of get a feel for what's going on, I am currently live on Clubhouse, Facebook, and YouTube. Okay, I'm currently live on Facebook, Instagram, not Instagram. I'm currently live on Clubhouse, Facebook, and YouTube. So you're going to be hearing me teach and educate first, and then if you all have any questions, you will have to finish Q&A on Clubhouse. So typically I might go live on Facebook and YouTube and then finish Q&A on Instagram, but today we're going to finish Q&A on Clubhouse. All right. So let me introduce myself for anyone who may not know who I am. My name is Audria Richmond, and I am a marketing and launch strategist. I work directly with my clients to teach them how to build a personal brand, how to develop a product suite, basically teaching people how to create something to sell in the marketplace. And after we learn all of that good stuff, I teach you how to market the hell out of it. I'm the best-selling author of UnCloned Marketing, How to Challenge the Norms with Profitable Marketing Campaigns. Are you ready for the yes? How to prep your personal brand for lucrative opportunities. So if you are interested in any of my books, you can head over to audriarichmond.shop. And we also are going to create a coupon code today if it makes sense. If not, you will know. Okay. So I wanted to get into this topic because one of the things that I absolutely I feel like is missing in the marketplace is really talking about the importance of daily sales, right? The importance of daily sales. A lot of people are, telling people to post content, create content, you know, and you really don't hear a lot of people talk about the importance of actually getting daily sales, right? Like why you should be tracking your daily sales. And if you don't have a good handle on your daily sales, and if you're not getting daily sales every day, then we have a problem, right? You can't really run a business unless you have sustainable revenue that is coming in, right? Now, I'm not about that waterfall business. I'm just not. Money today, not no money tomorrow. Money next week and not no money after that. Like I like recurring revenue. I like having money come into my business every single day. I don't have time to be, thinking about, oh God, what I'm gonna do today, how I'm gonna get a sale today, blah, blah, blah. And I think before we can even get into daily sales, we first have to talk about the importance, right? When you think about companies like Amazon or huge companies like Apple and all of that stuff, they get sales every single day. And we're talking about millions of dollars or hundreds of thousands of dollars every single day. And I know for a fact Amazon makes millions of dollars every day. So you may be thinking, well, I ain't Amazon. You don't need to be Amazon. Are you at least making $1 a day? That was my very first goal when I first got started. Putting my business out online. And like once let me tell you how I got to wanting to have daily sales. I come out of the online marketing space, right? And when I brought my business online, it's really big on lunch culture. And if you don't know what I mean by that, it's basically where, you know, you are only as good as your last lunch, right? Like this, you have to do really, really big lunches. You have to go out and spend, you know, the money and partner with people and get people to promote your stuff. And that's kind of like roller coaster money. So if you're not lunching, you're not making money. You know what I mean? If you're not lunching, then you're not making money. So I realized early on, so I started my business in 2020. I started my business in 2008. I brought it online in 2014. I made my first 100,000 by 2015, all from lunches. I want to make sure that we're clear right here, right? This is not like Instagram right now. Like if y'all on Facebook and YouTube, just put an oh yeah in the comments. I need to make sure y'all here with me. Okay. For me, to get to $100,000 was amazing, but that was also based off purely lunches. So I would have to launch something in order to get a lump sum of money every single time. And it's nothing wrong with that, because sometimes you can launch and make $100,000. Sometimes you can launch and make $1 million. Sometimes you can launch and make multi-million. And that could be enough money to sustain you for the whole year. And then you back in the chute trying to launch again and trying to get sales and all of that stuff again. So I think that when we're talking about getting daily sales, you first have to understand, do you even have a business that is set up to get daily sales? That's number one. Do you have a business that is designed, by design, to get daily sales? If you sell a product, this is easy for you, right? It's easy to tell somebody to go to your website and buy something from you because you have something readily available for daily sales. If you sell a service, right, and you don't have the capacity to service, 30, 40, 50 people, then that becomes an issue over time, right? It becomes an issue over time, and it becomes an issue because you end up having to, let's just say you're a graphic designer, right? And you do, let's just say logo design as an example. It's only so many logos you can do, right? So if you got, let's just say 50 clients active on your account and you're like to the brim, and somebody want to come and give you money today, you don't even have something readily available to sell them today, right? Which can be a capacity issue or a business model design issue, right? And so the thing that I want to stress here is that it is important to get daily sales. So I would say up until 2016, I was starting to feel, even though I was making money, I didn't like that I wasn't making sales every single day. I don't know why that was like heavy on my spirit then, but I just knew at that time I wasn't making money every single day. And I was just like, this is not the wave. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to launch all the time. I don't want to always have to do these really big marketing campaigns in order to make money, right? And so because of that, I said, no, I need to figure out how to make sales every day. And so before I got to daily sales, my next goal after doing launches, so I went from doing marketing launch, marketing campaign, marketing launches, then I phased over into doing, I said, you know what, I need recurring revenue. Like, even if I'm not launching, I need to know that I can get recurring revenue. And so once I decided like, oh shit, I'm finna get, recurring revenue, then that's when we launched the UnCloned Marketing Membership. We launched the UnCloned Marketing Membership in November of 2017. And this was the first time in my business where I felt like I could breathe. This was the first time in my business where I felt like I could breathe, right? And what I mean by that is, this is one of the reasons why we keep a job, right? We keep a job because we know on the 1st and 15th or every 2 weeks or every week that we're going to get paid a check. It's a dependable thing that you can depend on. For me at the time, my membership site became a vehicle for, let's just say, and I'm using in air quotes, a check. Right? I knew that if I could get an X amount of people to sign up and pay me continuously month to month to month, that could essentially be my check. Right? I could feel good going to sleep at night knowing that I had recurring revenue and I had a sustainable business. Right? I could literally, it looked good to the banks because I had recurring money coming in. My sales chart didn't look up and down like a roller coaster. They could see a continuous curve, right? Of making money every single month, right? So it became this whole recurring revenue thing. Then after I got the recurring revenue, when you do a marketing campaign, you typically are launching at a particular day and time, right? And so because I was in launch mode at a particular day and time, when I launched in the marketplace, what ended up happening was, let's just say with my membership launch, I did it at the end of the month. So most people were enrolled from the 15th to the end of November. So that means that all my sales came in from a recurring revenue perspective on the 15th to the end of the month. And guess what happened? I'm not making sales from the 1st to the 15th. Why? Because all my money is based on when we launched. So I started getting money only from the 15th to the end of the month. And we weren't getting no money in the beginning of the month. So then I said, okay, well, in order for me to get money every single day from a recurring revenue perspective, I need to launch again. And this time I need to do my launch at the beginning of the month, because if I get people to enroll during the 1st through the 15th and those people start paying, then by the time I complete this launch, I now have the ability to get sales every single day, right? Because I got recurring payments. So if somebody payment was due on the 15th, then every 15th I got paid. If somebody payment was due on the 1st, every 1st I got paid. If it was due on the 2nd I got paid. And then it got to a point in my business where I was getting sales every single day from recurring revenue, okay? I hope y'all listen to what I'm saying, because if y'all talking about building $1 million business, which I have done, I'm telling you the journey and the cycle and what's going on. If you're on Facebook and YouTube, if you feel what I'm saying, just put "oh yeah" in the chat. I just need to know y'all here with me. Okay. Now, after I did that, I said, okay, I got recurring revenue. I like this. In 2017, I also published my book. And this my first book, which is Are You Ready for the Yes? And when I published that book, this was the first time I was able to really feel, of course I made courses, but every time I made a course, I had to coach people. Does that make sense to everybody? Like, I would make a course and the course may come with like 6 weeks of coaching or, 12 weeks of coaching or whatever the case may be. But my book was the first kind of thing I was able to feel, and it was tangible in the world. And I didn't necessarily have to be there to have impact, right? Because you got to keep in mind, I come out of the service-based world as a photographer and a graphic designer. So I'm used to servicing people, right? Even when I got into coaching, I was always readily available. So, even though I had recurring revenue coming in and all of that stuff, I was still servicing people. But my book was the first thing that I could feel that I could put out in the marketplace, and it was so impactful. It was like a huge deal to people. And it felt really good to me, because I was like, wow, I didn't have to be there to have impact. I didn't have to be there to have impact. And I think at that point, that's when I really began to value developing assets that did not require me to be there. And when I think about a lot of small business owners, especially our service providers, if they're struggling in business, a lot of it has to do with the fact that you have designed a business model that doesn't work for the lifestyle you desire, or you're not creating assets that give you back more time, right? I'm a big component of that, right? Like, you have to have a way to make money every single day. And the only way to do that is to create assets, whether this be a book, a course, a digital product, whatever, that do not need you to be able to make money from it. I really, really, really need y'all to understand this, because if you get this piece, right? If you can get the fact that getting daily sales and creating something one time and never having to go back and fix it and all of that stuff again, then you, my friend, you are going to be set up for success. Okay. And so after I phased out of, I had published my book in 2017, we had did the membership, we had did enough launches to get sales every day. Then it got to a point where I still had to show up to make money. Now, let me also say, it's nothing wrong with none of the things I'm saying, right? But me, I was always challenging the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. I'm like, cool, I mastered this membership thing. By this time, we had ran the membership for about 2 years, going into 3 years. And then we decided to close the membership. And then we ended up doing a whole nother membership and all of that stuff. But I think one of the things I started to really get super focused on is my shop, right? If you all have ever been to Audria Richmond .shop, I started that shop in 2019. And this was going to, at first, it was going to be a membership site where I would just send people who couldn't afford like my VIP days or work with me and do consulting and coaching with me. I would send people there and be like, okay, you know, if you're not there, you can go there. And I never treated my shop seriously, right? I never treated it serious. I never like gave it the attention that it needed. It was kind of like my little side, you know, it was like a little side hustle. Like, oh yeah, I got this shop. And so if people can't join the membership, or if they can't afford, you know, coaching or working with me in the VIP day or whatever, I'm just going to send them to AudriaRichmond.shop. That was the thing. It was like my shop became a catch-all for all the people who didn't want to be in the membership. They didn't want to make that monthly commitment, or it became a place for people to go for random stuff that I wanted to put in the shop. Or people would ask me like, hey, how do you make a motion graphic, or how do you do this, or how do you do that? And so my shop kind of became a place where the content didn't necessarily fit the membership, but it was still something that people wanted to learn from me. And so this was in 2019, my first year in running my online shop. And this is in 2019, right? My first time running, you know, the first year running my shop in 2019, I had made, oh my God, it's embarrassing. I made $18,000, right, over the course of a year with my shop. And again, I think that's pretty decent for a side hustle, something I wasn't taking seriously or something that I wasn't focused on. But I also realized that my shop was doing the same thing that launches were doing. If I wasn't promoting my shop, I wasn't making money in my e-commerce store every single day. So if I wasn't promoting it, I wasn't making sales. If I was releasing new things or promoting new things, I would get sales, right? Like that was just the name of the game. And so I noticed that my money in my shop became heavily predicated on how hard I was marketing in online, right? And so I was like, nah, I got to fix this. So in 2020, I decided to take my shop more seriously. This was also the year that I published UnCloned Marketing. If you all have my marketing book, this was last year, right? So I was like, you know what? I'm about to take my shop more seriously. I'm about to put more products and services in there. I'm about to treat this, like give its own revenue arm, and it's going to be a revenue line in the business. Man, last year we did like $220,000, which was crazy. Now, how you go from making $18,000 the previous year in your shop to doing 220, and this was just because I was focused. Now, this wasn't all the revenue I made last year. This was just my shop. This was me like promoting my shop and getting focused on that, and like creating those digital products and putting them in the shop. And so once I started putting it in the shop and we started getting sales, this was the first time that I felt ease in my business. Like, let's just say the first time I was experienced that was with the book, but let's just say my ease level was at like, I don't know, let's just say 10%. Then when I decided to like double down on my shop and like really make that a big deal, that's when my ease went from like, you know, 20%, 25%, all the way up to like, hell, 75%. Because last year, the only two things that I was doing last year was running my shop and running my mastermind. That was it. I did some VIP days. I think I did some one-on-one calls. And so eventually over time, I was like, I guess you could say, phasing out of the one-on-one because I was creating so many assets and tools and resources that didn't need me to be there to have impact, that didn't need me to be there to help people, right? And so this year, we have already done close to $300,000, okay? Literally. It's probably over $300,000 when I factor in like the mastermind and all of that stuff, right? And honestly, I'm just getting started. I have so many tools and resources and courses that we're about to release. And it's all because I decided that how can I have a greater impact and how can I create something that don't need me? Books are something that you can create that don't need you. Courses are something you can create that don't need you. Digital products are something you can create that don't need you. Ebooks, checklists, Airtables, spreadsheets, audio recordings, video recordings. Those are the types of things that you can create one time that don't need you. Card decks, books, workbooks, worksheets, planners, any type of tool that you can create one time that you don't necessarily have to go back over and over and over and keep creating the thing. And so I said, you know what? This is the year where I'm going to double down on that part of my business. I'm going to create so many tools and so many resources that there's going to be no need to do a VIP day with me. There's going to be no need to talk to me one-on-one because I've given you everything you need, from creating a book all the way down to I'm working on 2 planners right now, like all of these cool things that's going to do that, right? So we talked about the importance of daily sales. We talked about you having to take a deep look at your current business model. Y'all, I'm telling you, I wish somebody would have stressed the importance of this to me. Nobody really told me the secret code, okay? Right? You're going to go through phases in your business where you are a service provider. Then you're going to go in your phases where you're going to be coaching people. Then you're going to go through a phase where you don't want to coach people anymore. You literally just want to create dope products and services, and you want to be able to serve people. You know, our theme this year is serving at scale. The fact that I'm on Clubhouse right now, I'm on YouTube right now, I'm on my personal Facebook, my business Facebook, and I'm creating an asset in real time that can be leveraged after this ends is the wave, right? It's this whole idea of I'm creating a way for the people who are going to learn about me tomorrow to be able to consume what I made today. Y'all need to write that down, right? So, and I talked about this yesterday on my Instagram. Like, some of y'all are so caught up in, ain't nobody show up for my live. Only 10 people showed up. Only 5 people showed up. But why are you worried about who's showing up today? And matter of fact, you should be grateful for the 10 people who showed up today, because tomorrow it'll be 20. The day after that, it'll probably be 100. The day after that, it might be 200, 300, 500. And before you know it, you got so many people checking for you, Googling you, finding you, wanting to work with you, that you got so much opportunity that you can't even take advantage of it. Because you're putting in the work, you're being consistent, and you're putting yourself out there. And so that moves me to the next point, right? If I really wanted to make sales every day, I had to get very consistent with creating content. And I'll be honest with you. You all might look at my content strategy and see what I post and be like, man, you don't have a content problem. And I did. I did have a content problem. I am a person who comes out of the launch world. One of the things I had mastered is launching. I mastered doing launches, 6-figure launches, 5-figure launches. That was just, I could do that like the back of my hand. That's why I wrote the book, because I know everything that it takes to launch. I built a 7-figure business just off launching, right? But now I'm in a season where I have to now start creating content consistently so I can make sure that my daily sales happen every single day, and not just when I'm launching, not just when I'm live, not when I'm just doing a Clubhouse, etc., etc., etc. Now I'm starting to experience that in my shop. Every day I look at my shop and be like, did I get a sale today? I don't even care what the number is. What I want to know is, if I didn't do an activity today, can I still get a sale? And I'm starting to notice that, like, on days that I don't go live, all I did was made a post or whatever on social media, I'm starting to see that energy and the content reflected in my shop, right? Like, oh, I went live 2 days ago, but damn, people still coming to my thing from that. Oh, I did an interview with David Shands in January. It went live in May, and I'm getting sales every day from that interview. Like, that's the stuff I'm on right now. What kind of assets can I create today that creates leverage for me tomorrow, that allows the world to get to know me over time? That's the move. That's the wave. That's how you make sales every day in your business, through being consistent and through creating content. So I'm going to give you some strategies here on how you can get daily sales in your business, right? So number one, you have to have a business model that complements your ability to be able to get daily sales. That's number one, right? You have to have a way, right? A service, a product. You have to have something that you create that gives you the ability to be able to make sales every single day. So if you have a business model that's completely service-based, you ain't never created a digital product, you ain't never wrote a book, you ain't never made a planner, you ain't never created a digital product, you ain't never did none of those things, 9 times out of 10, you have a business that's based on your capacity. It's based on how many people can you service at any given time. Even if you have employees, you're still got a capacity issue, right? If you have employees, right? And let's say that, you're running your business, you're doing your thing, and you like, okay, yeah, we can, we got 10 people on our staffs. Great. You can only do as much work as 10 people can do. That's still not leverage, right? It's just giving you back more time and giving you back more capacity. That's it. That's all that's doing for you. But when you create something like a book, a course, a training, a certificate, something that can live beyond you, when you dead and gone, that your family can eat off of, that is something that you've created one time that lives on forever and ever and ever and ever. Ever and ever and ever and ever and ever. So before we get into the rest of the content, I do want to let you know that we are enrolling for Publishing Like a Pro. So if you're interested, you can head over to publishinglikeapro.com. Enrollment for that is probably going to end next Friday completely. Also, if you've ever purchased the UnCloned Marketing Book Launch case study in my shop, if you're interested in Publishing Like a Pro, let me know and I would credit what you pay for that case study towards Publishing Like a Pro if you want to join. Okay, so if you've ever purchased UnCloned Marketing book launch case study in my store and you're wanting to publish, like really know all things publishing, I will allow you to credit that amount of money you spent for that towards Publishing Like a Pro. So if you're interested in that, just shoot me a DM on Instagram. Okay, if you're interested in that, just shoot me a DM on Instagram. Okay, back to scheduled programming. I just want to let y'all know, since I was talking about products and all of that stuff, I was like, oh, Publishing Like a Pro would be dope for them. Okay, so we talked about the capacity and having a business model that makes sense. So for me, I realized that I needed to create more products. You would think like, oh, you got your book, that should be enough. I also had to realize that I couldn't create so much stuff that would overwhelm people. So if you go to my shop, audriarichmond.shop, you will notice that I have, like, I call them quick win products. How do I get people a quick win? They could buy this product and get a quick win. Buy this product and get a quick win. And over time, as you buy my products and services, you will essentially be winning. Because you bought this product that's going to give you a quick win, this product that's going to give you a quick win, etc., etc., etc. Okay? All right. So the next thing, I want to get into how you can get daily sales. Okay? How do you get daily sales? How are we getting daily sales? It boils down to 4 things. You're not limited to these 4 things, but hopefully you have a pen and paper. Okay? Hopefully you have a pen and paper. I also want to give a coupon code for the room today. So for the Clubhouse room, for the Facebook, for the YouTube, wherever you may be tuning into, I'm going to give you a coupon code that you can use in my shop. And I'm going to allow this to be a site-wide coupon code. I never hardly ever do this. So yeah. So what that means is typically when I do discount codes, it only applies to digital products. But today I'm going to do a coupon code for you all that will allow you to get this percentage off anything. So it could be physical or digital. Daily sales, we're going to give you, because you can get it off anything, I'm going to just make this discount coupon code today 20%. So you have a coupon code of 20% off. If you head over to audriarichmond.shop, you can get anything in my anything in my shop for and just use daily sales at checkout, right? Use daily sales at checkout and you can get 20% off anything in my store. This could be books, courses, whatever is in there, you get 20% off that. Okay. So what'd you say, babe?
What do it not work on?
It literally works on everything.
So Publishing Like a Pro as well?
No, not Publishing Like a Pro. No. I said anything in my shop. Publishing Like a Pro is not in my shop. So don't be hitting me up to let me get that off Publishing Like a Pro. Thank you for clarifying, husband. All right. So let's get into what are the 4 things that you can do to get daily sales. Number 1, you have to have something that you can sell daily. So this could be a digital course. It could be a product. It could be a service. It could be a book. It could be a worksheet. Okay. Like, I don't want y'all to get caught up in that. It could be a video training. It could be an audio recording. It could be a checklist. It could be y'all, there's so many digital products that you can create that people buy. A great place to go and get inspiration is Etsy. A great place to go and get inspiration for a digital product that you can sell is Etsy. Okay. Definitely go and check out Etsy. All right. So here are the 4 things. Number 1. So once you get something that you can sell every single day, right? Another good example of this, if you like, I don't know, what should I do? Blah, blah, blah. You can go and look at my shop at audriarichmond.shop and get inspiration, but don't steal. Okay. Cause some of y'all be stealing. Don't be stealing. Okay. Go and get inspired. Okay. Don't come over here and try to steal. Okay. Just come over there, take a peek. Like, oh, okay, I didn't know I could sell something like that. Blah, blah, blah. Like, go on and do that. But don't be trying to come over here and try to do me. Please don't. You can't, but I'm just saying, don't do it. So once you create something that you can sell every single day, the next thing you want to do is start creating consistent. I'm about to make up some words, so just get ready. You want to start making sure that you are creating consistent, engaging, and intriguing, shareable, taggable, savable content. Let me say that again. You want to make sure you are creating consistent, engaging, intriguing, shareable, taggable, savable content. I'm going to say it one more time for the people in the back. I want to make sure y'all taking notes on this. Number one, you want to make sure you are creating consistent, engaging, intriguing, shareable, taggable, savable content. Why am I saying that? If you're consistent, number one, you're getting shown in the newsfeed consistently, wherever you may be posting content. Number two, if it's engaging and intriguing, guess what? People are going to, you leave a comment, they're going to save and all of that stuff. If your content is shareable, oh, that's next level. That's when you really going to start getting some traction and growing your following and all of that good stuff. If it's taggable, meaning, have you ever seen a post that was either funny or educational and you like, oh, snap, this is funny as hell. Oh, let me go on and tag such and such, or let me save this to such and such, or let me go on and text this to my friend. Y'all, I be texting social media posts to my friends. I be like, check out this social media post. If you don't know, on Instagram, there's 3 little dots. You can click that copy link and you can share that in an email. You can share that pretty much anywhere, right? Which is super freaking cool. So don't, if you have really good content, it's going to be easy. If you want to see a good example of this, come and holler at me on Instagram. Okay. And I just hired a content company that is fire. So if y'all been seeing me drop my little new nuggets on Instagram, baby, if you've been seeing my little new nuggets on Instagram, baby, we out here popping. Okay. We out here popping. Shout out to my content team. They create 3 engaging pieces of content for me every single week for a total of 12. I will be revealing who they are very soon because I definitely want to do a partnership with them before I start shouting them out all over the place. Okay. The next thing. Okay. So we talked about number 1. So you got to create engage. The reason I'm telling you to create content first is because some of you all don't have optimized social media profiles. I'm going to just be 100 with you. This is all love. This is not shade. This is me showing y'all love. Like some of y'all, like if I go to y'all Instagram right now, I probably wouldn't want to smash the follow button. Some of y'all, if I go to your Instagram profile right now, I might not want to smash the follow button. If I go to your YouTube channel, I probably don't want to smash the subscribe button. If I go to your Facebook page, I probably don't want to smash the follow button. If I go to your website, I probably don't want to smash the join the newsletter list or opt in for your thing. One of the things that I teach that I'm very big on is optimizing your social media. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I do not have the time to go into it right now, but I will suggest you go to my shop and grab any of the audits that we have. You can buy all the audits or you can pick the one that's more relevant to you. We have one for Instagram. We show you how to audit your Instagram and give you some examples of what you should put on your Instagram. We talk about what you need to do with your website, your e-commerce site, your Facebook page, your LinkedIn profile, or your YouTube channel. Whatever is important to you, we have a checklist for you. If you like, baby, I want to fix everything, then I highly recommend that you get the entire suite. Now, again, we're giving you a coupon code that is going to last for the duration of this live stream and or Clubhouse. So when this is over, the coupon code also expires. You can use daily sales at checkout to save 20% on everything. This include physical products as well. Okay. All right. So let's get into tip number 2. Go live. Y'all, go live. Go live. Go live, go live, go live, go live, go live. No, I am not broken. I'm literally repeating the same thing. I need you all to go live. Live stream been on and popping since 2014, early 2015. And some of you all have still not smashed the live button. Why? Let me know. If you are not going live on Instagram, If you're not going live on YouTube, if you're not going live on Facebook, if you're not going live on Clubhouse, if you're not going live on TikTok, if you're not going live on fill in the blank platform, what is going on with you? What is going on with you? First off, let me give context to the importance of live streaming, because, a lot of people see us doing Clubhouse rooms and all of these cool things. I really want to kind of stress the importance, because I don't think people really understand what the hell is going on. Number one, for the first time in history, small business owners have direct access to humans in real time. Let me say that again. For the first time in history, small business owners can pick up a mobile device, smash a live button, and start introducing themselves, start educating the world, and start selling your stuff direct to consumer. Do y'all know how expensive it used to be to go live? Do you know how expensive it used to be to hire a whole production team to be able to broadcast on the internet? So people who were doing it pre-2014, they were spending an arm and a leg on going live. The fact that you can go live and you still not have taken advantage of it, and you're still making excuses of, you're making excuses of, I'm a small business, people don't show up to my live. That is a stupid excuse to not show up. I'm just going to go on and say it. I wasn't going to say it, but I'm going to go on and say it. That is a stupid excuse to not go live. When I go live, only 2 people show up. You know what I'm saying? I just don't get it. Only 2 people show up. Who cares? You are talking to, let me put this in context. If you were in person, talking about yourself, talking about your product or whatever, 2 humans interacting with your content in real time is a big deal, because that's like 2 people. It's like you having lunch with 2 people. If you got 10 people show up with your live, it's like you plus 10 people you're hanging out with, and you're talking about your thing. If you are if you are like 50 people show up to your live, girl, do you know how many first off, do you know how many people is 50 people in real time, in real life? It's the same thing. Just because you can't see them, touch them, high five them, hug them, does not make them any less real. Just because you cannot hug them, high five them, touch them, any of that, do not make them less real. You all have to stop getting caught up in how many people it is, and just start getting consistent with creating content. Some of you all ain't making money just because some of y'all, oh child, let me calm down, because I'm getting lit. I'm getting lit right now. Some of you all aren't making money because you just not even showing up. That's literally the only reason you're not making money. That's it. It ain't nothing else. It ain't your offer. It ain't who you are. It ain't your race. It ain't your background. It ain't none of that shit. It's the simple fact that you will not show up. It's the simple fact that you will not pull out your phone and hit the live button. It's the simple fact that you won't start a Clubhouse room without a shit ton of people. It is the fact that you will not go live on Facebook because you worried about what you look like. Y'all, that used to be me. Hell, it's still me. I'd be like, damn, man, I got this bump that just popped up on my head. Shit, I don't need to go live. And then guess what? As soon as I go live and I get over that and I get over myself, I help somebody. I save somebody. I help somebody see themselves in a whole nother light that they did not see themselves in before. It's not about you. The moment you sit on your hands, the moment you just sit out and complain about what it is and why people ain't showing up and why people aren't doing that, the more people you leaving behind and you're not helping. So, and let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. If you're so concerned, okay, if you're so concerned about your competition, I'm using air quotes, your competition who you think is less qualified to do the same work that you do, then show your ass up then. If you're complaining about, she ain't really that good, I'm killing it with the funnels, well, show your ass up then. Oh, that person, they don't do a good job of teaching email marketing. Well, show your ass up then. Oh, you know what? My hair is way better than hers. I don't know why she getting all this business. Show your ass up then. You need to start showing up. Quit complaining, okay, about not making sales when your behavior shows that you don't want it. Stop complaining about not getting sales when your behavior shows that you don't want it. If you're not creating content, if you're not going live, those are two things that don't cost you a dime where you could be making money. There are two things that you could be doing right now that don't cost you a dime. We ain't even got to the paid tactics and strategies yet. The mere fact that you can create content and that you could go live is all the things you need. There's people right now who ain't never spent a penny on Facebook ads, Instagram ads, or any of that shit. And because they were consistent with posting content and going live, they was making money. That's it. We could literally end this conversation right now and you would have more than enough to go and be great. You would have more than enough to go and make money. You would have more than enough to make 5 and 6 figures. Stop being a person that's sitting in the audience and start being a person that creates an audience. Listen to what I'm saying, y'all. Stop being a person who sits on Clubhouse for, 8 hours in somebody else's room, hoping and praying you get a chance to fucking speak when you could be the one that's creating your own room. Do you get what I'm saying, y'all? Be a person that creates experiences that attract an audience instead of being in the audience. That's a mental shift. I can't give that to you. You got to want it. You got to want it. Hopefully you feeling some kind of way. I really do hope you feeling some kind of way. I hope and pray that you feeling some kind of way. Because if you feeling some kind of way, hopefully I'll see more of your content. If you feeling some kind of way, maybe you going to go viral. If you feeling some kind of way, maybe I might see something from you. But quit complaining and telling me you doing all the things when you ain't being consistent. And then let me also factor in another little thing for y'all. Okay. And this is for my new people. I love y'all with all of my being. But I didn't start seeing any super real traction. Okay. Until I was 5 years in business. And we're talking about money. We're talking about being able to say, oh shit, I think I'm popping. 5 years. So some of you all, you could be the person that's posting all the content, writing all the captions, making all the hashtags, doing all of the things. That could be you. But you also have to factor in that you got to do your time. You got to do your time. You are not exempt from doing your time. You are not exempt from doing your time. You are not exempt from doing your time. Yes, I said that a lot of times because I want you to get it. So when you see me, you like, oh, I'm trying to do what Audria doing. You need to know that I've been doing this shit for a long damn time. I would hope 13 years in the game, it'd be worth showing you something. You got to be consistent. You can't be quick to quit, and you got to be doing what it takes to put yourself out there. Period. So, we only on number 2. Number 3. Okay. Number 3, running ads. Running ads. This for all my cheap folks. Running ads. Running ads. Running ads. I'm saying it over and over and over because I need you to get it. Okay. One of the number one reasons why most people know me is because they see my ads. Because they see my ads. I have spent close to $100,000 in Facebook ads. And honestly, I haven't spent enough. If I'm being 100 with you, I don't feel like I'm spending enough on Facebook ads. I have spent almost $100,000 on Facebook ads from 2013 to now. So what is that? Let's do the math. Let me pull out my handy dandy calculator. Y'all remember that with Blue's Clues? But anyway, let me pull out my calculator. Let's see. So what's that? 2013. So 2013, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 28. Let's just say 9 years. Okay. Because I'm running money. I'm doing running ads now. So what's that? 100,000. Want to make sure I got enough zeros. Okay, cool. Divided by 9. That's about $11,000 a year. Okay, if we were to sum it up like that, right? So that's about $11,100. Okay. If we're talking about over the course of 9 years. So that's about $11,000 annually that I spend on advertising to get discovered by new people. Right. If I'm not happy about the people who know me now, then guess what? I need to either scale up or create more content or put myself out there in a bigger way, y'all. Okay. So running ads. Running ads is the reason why I've been able to get known a lot quicker than my peers, because I'm not complaining about, oh, I don't want to spend no money on ads. I don't want to spend no money on Instagram ads. I don't want to spend no money on Facebook ads. I don't want to spend no money on TikTok ads. I don't want to spend no money on YouTube ads. I don't want to spend no money on Google ads, Hulu, or whatever platform you want to use, right? If you want to get discovered by new people, you have to create commercials. You have to create content and make sure that other people know that you exist. I always tell people, like, ads is not wasting money. It's a way for you to get known by people who didn't know you existed. That's it. That's all ads is. Ads is a way for you to get in front of new people who didn't even know you existed on planet Earth. Okay. That's it. People every day, like, I just got a message from someone today that said, wow, I seen your ad today. I'm so in love with your movement. I just followed you. Thank you for doing your sponsored ad. Y'all, you know how many people, how many of you all are thankful for the people who run ads? Let's be 100. Some of you all are now coached because somebody decided to do a free webinar. Some of you all are now selling digital products because somebody decided to put an ad in front of your face and tell you that digital products is the wave. Some of you all are now doing half the things you're doing because somebody decided to advertise. Some of you all found out about your favorite restaurant because you got a coupon code to be able to go in and go eat at your favorite restaurant. Quit hating on the people who are marketing. Do you hear what I'm saying? Quit hating on the people who are marketing. Period. Okay? Because 9 times out of 10, you need what they marketing to you. That's why when I go live, when I do my clubhouses, when I promote, I don't have a problem with promoting. Period. Again, I'm inviting you again. If you want to save 20% off everything in my shop, head over to audriarichmond.shop. I have no shame in telling you that. Why? Because I know I'm giving you value. So if you don't buy shit from me, you should be able to take what I'm telling you and go do something with it. Period. All right. So number 4, partnerships, collaborations, or sponsorship. Okay. Partnerships, collaboration, or sponsorship. So collaboration would be me and such is going to get together and create and do a thing. Okay. That is considered a partnership, collaboration. It could be considered a partnership as well. Sponsorship would be, such and such is going to sponsor this particular thing for me. So for instance, my husband just sent out, what was that, baby? Like 75 card decks?
Yes.
Okay. So Calvin just sent, if you want to see what I'm talking about, you can head over to musclecardgang.com, or you can go to musclecards.com and check out his really awesome souped up card deck for muscle car lovers, right? Definitely go and check that out. But he just sponsored 75 card decks. Now peep this, with a company that he wants to partner with in the future. Relationship. He sent them assets that he made. Ooh, y'all don't hear me. He sent them assets that he made last year. He spent about 6 months on this project. He now has an asset that he can leverage to get in the door. And we're talking about a card deck. We're not talking about a book. Okay. We're talking about a card deck. He also has a journal. He also has a muscle car savings chart. He also has t-shirts. He got a trademark, all of these cool things, right? Now, this is cool because he's now sent 75 card decks to one of the companies he want to partner with. And now he's starting to have a relationship with the marketing team in the company. A company that I've been printing at for 10 years reached out to me and was like, hey, we want to partner with you. We want to partner with you because you have direct access to the people we want to get in front of. I'm like, cool, bet, let's do it. So don't underestimate partnerships, collaborations, or sponsorships. I'm not going to get into all of the logistics on what you need to look out for because those could be very intricate. There's legal involved, who does what involved, the scope of the work, what things are going to happen, so on and so forth. Like, it can get very detailed, but at the surface level, you know that that's readily available to you. Okay. Now, One last thing, and then we're going to open it up for Q&A. So if you're on Clubhouse, head over to Clubhouse. Okay. If you're on Clubhouse, head over to Clubhouse. If you're on Facebook or YouTube, head over to Clubhouse because we're going to open it up for Q&A. If you are on Clubhouse, you can raise your hand so we can get you queued up to ask your question. Okay. All right. So the next thing, when you get people to look at your Facebook page, when you get people to look at your YouTube page or your Instagram or your YouTube channel or whatever, is it optimized? Is it optimized for people to convert? Right? I'm not going to go into optimization. I have a whole suite of products in my shop that gives you a checklist step by step on how to fix your Instagram, how to look at your LinkedIn, your Facebook, your so on and so forth. Okay. You can use daily sales at checkout. Okay. Daily sales at checkout to save 20% on everything. On everything. Everything. So everything. So we are going to end on YouTube and Facebook, and then we're going to continue the conversation here on Clubhouse. So thank you all so much for tuning in to today's topic, where we talked about why you should fall in love with tracking your daily sales. Hopefully you understand the importance of daily sales and why it's important in your business. And thank you all so much. And until next time, y'all, have a good day. And make sure you follow me on Instagram. Okay. Make sure you follow me on Instagram. I'm going to put our little bundle commercial up, and then we are going to end and then open it up for Q&A. If you're looking to make your brand the obvious choice in a crowded marketplace, then you need this book bundle. In this book bundle, we're going to show you step by step how to build an uncloned brand, how to brand yourself, and how to launch profitable marketing campaigns. Head over to audriarichmond.shop and grab your book bundle